Come out of the box.
Hello YouTube, cheers and welcome to The Basement. My name is Bruce Lively.
And I'm D-Boy Slim.
And The Basement is the first daily hip-hop debate show. From Tuesday through Friday, we tackle the most intriguing topics in hip-hop culture and the world around it. Now, we knew that Dolph was dropping his album Bulletproof over the weekend, April 1st, Saturday. But who knew that we would also see Memphis rapper BT openly talk about how Paper Route Empire took his 20 bands and not only didn't deliver on the promotions, but completely acted like a snake, he said. Like Dolph acted like a snake. Oh man, in business dealings. Now first of all, this album is crazy, right? I think so. But is it enough to deflect the multiple attacks on Dolph's reputation right about now? That's today's debate. It's a good one. With that being said, let go.
Come out of the box, boy.
Today's topic: does Dolph album Bulletproof, is that enough to deflect the multiple attacks on Dolph's reputation? No. Simple and plainly. There's a lot of hype around this kid. There's a lot of style he has. He's very fashionable when you see him. He seems to have a real dude's report card. He's really from where he says he's from. Does the music actually live up to the hype? And when I say the music, I'm not just talking about the beat. The raps. And let me just go over this while we on this, so I can make myself clear, and anybody who disagrees with me, feel free, please leave in the comments. What am I saying wrong, or what do you disagree with? Because everybody, when I ask a question about Young Dolph, I get the same answer every time. Is he nice or is he whack? I get he's a real dude, he's a real nigga. He's spitting that real nigga talk.
And that's his style though.
He's spitting that real nigga rap.
That's a style.
When did that become a style? Like, when was that like an alternative? Like, when was that like optionary to be real when you spit in your raps? Yeah, somebody please comment and holler back if I'm not making any sense. The question was, does the album Bulletproof, is it enough to deflect all the multiple attacks to his reputation, to his character? And this one is a guy named BT that's going around. Y'all YouTube, it's a guy named BT. It says that Paper Route was his management team at one time. It's from the same city, Memphis. I'm not sure which side of Memphis, but those of y'all know this story. Y'all know what I'm talking about. It says that he had Paper Route as management at one time, and he wanted to, put the mixtape out, which him and Young Dolph had did together. There's an audio and phone call you can view yourself with Dolph on the other end of the line, and the guy saying, I paid for the tracks. It's my track. I'm gonna put it out. What's good? And he's speaking to them on behalf as business associates. That's supposed to, I guess, do their end as far as releasing and dropping his music. He said he went through trials and tribulations and all type of obstacles to get that done, and they not only did they not try to help him with the process, but they tried to hinder it. And according to him, Dolph paid people not to play his music or whatever CD that he was on. Whatever have you. And this is what this is his testimony in his raps and in his music. And he's not the only one though. You got Yo Millionaire, who says, I know Dolph, and he says I didn't really want to, and why these guys choose now to try to take these shots at him. It is funny, it is kind of suspect. But hey, these are dudes from his hometown, and like I said, if he's such what everybody's saying, the real nigga, maybe some of this stuff shouldn't be coming out. I don't know. I was always told with his smoke, there's a fire. So his character's being called into question a lot right now is my whole point in this. And like I said, once it's that, then let's just be honest. If he's not the greatest rapper ever to come out of Memphis, if he's not one of the best rappers out of the South, and we say we hang our hat on the fact that yeah, he's a real one, he's authentic with his raps, and now that's being called into question, then what's left? I'll let Bruce further the debate and continue and let you know if he feels that this album is enough to deflect the multiple attacks that's been placed upon his character and reputation.
Well, first, let me respond to where there's smoke, there's fire. I mean, it's funny that, now these dudes are doing to him basically what he did to Gotti. But when he was doing it to Gotti, he was like, it's see what happens with the music. It's ridiculous. Gotti shouldn't respond. What's up?
Gotti got good music. CM9.
Well,
Gotti has good music.
So you're telling me he doesn't make good music, but it's good enough for quite a few people to say that he's not only a good rapper, but their favorite rapper, the only one they listen to, and all types of comments made from people. The guy I'm not going to demean his fan base and say he doesn't make good music. He makes good enough music for people to be real serious fans of him. Anyway, so where there's smoke, there's fire. I don't blame those dudes for doing that. It's the same thing that Dolph did. Yeah, it is. And that's all right. Let's see what happens after that, which was the question you had. What happens after that? Let's see the music after that. And right here in front of our face, your question has been answered. You said, does it translate to good music? And this album is fire. The album is fire. My favorite songs are In Charlotte and Pray for My Enemies. I had to go through them all quick, it was just released Saturday, but I have heard all of them, and it's funny, it was made quickly, because even in some of them, like the mixing, as an engineer, I can even hear the clicks when the beats went out and the click when the beat went back in. That usually is cleaned up in engineering. Despite a few small intricacies, the album is fire. His style is definitely unique. I feel you. You wanted him to really twist around words and do all types of crazy wordplay. He has the metaphors, he has a strong voice, and he has a format. A format. Not a cadence, but a format. Right? Which we cleared up from the last time. Yes, you were right. I was wrong. He has a format, though, that is catchy, and that is good, man. It's just good. But straight out of D-Boy Slim's playbook, when anything happens, all you gotta do is keep making good music. That's why it's enough. Because you put out a good album in less than a month, basically. All you do is just continue to make good music, continue to get thousands of clicks, and continue to do your work. That's how you deflect it. Ask Rick Ross. Ask Rick Ross. When it came out he was the CO, it seemed like it was over for him. When 50 put his baby moms out on the internet and was talking to him about how bad he was and this and that, the one thing that me and D-Boy Slim kept saying was, yo, as long as this, every time something happens, as long as Rick keep just putting out good music after good music, all the other stuff falls off by the wayside. And so said, so done. The difference is, Yo Gotti, Young Dolph are two different people than Rick Ross. Cause I still don't know exactly where he's from yet. But Young Dolph is one of the realest out here to do it. His life story is in the raps. There is no false this or false that. There's no question. The only questions to his character that you have is the few hometown dudes that happen to spark this up.
That know him.
There's a lot of people that know him that say that that's wrong though. So, I mean,
I didn't hear them. But I did hear Yo Millionaire say he's a barber. Did he mention that in the new Bulletproof?
what's wrong with being a barber?
Did he mention it in the Bulletproof?
It's not what the album was about.
So he mentioned the Bulletproof, but he didn't mention that he was a barber.
He mentioned a lot of things, but he didn't mention he was a barber.
That's what's up.
That's okay. That's all right. I know where he stayed, where his mama stayed, where he trapped at, when he stopped trapping, what
he
age
mentioned that he was a trapper.
what age he started.
Yeah, he was trapping. But he didn't ever mention that the fact that he was a barber at one time.
What are we talking about here? We're talking about is making good music.
Y'all know,
right?
Y'all know what we talking about.
The making good music and telling truth, telling facts is enough to deflect all these people trying to catch a shine off him. And in D-Boy Slim fashion, I'm gonna say the same thing. We'll see how that translates to the music from all the BTs and the Yo Millionaires. We'll see how that translates to their albums and their music if they got what they wanted. One thing I do know is, ever since Play With Your Bitch, to right now, all he's done was just keep putting out music that people like, dance to, or laugh to, or good to listen to. Ain't no problems, man. Ain't no problems. All that other stuff, we'll see how that translates. That's it.
Here's the problem. We're in disagreement on what's good music. Here's a question I put out to all the fans and all the viewers that click into this when it comes to Dolph and rapping. Y'all tell me if I'm mistaken, right? Let's say, oh, D-Boy, the kid with the New York hat, he don't be knowing what he's talking about. You know, the New York accent, I know he can't know about down south or Memphis, like whatever you want to say, right? But y'all know better because y'all know I know my hip hop, y'all know I know my rap. And if y'all listen to me talk for 5 minutes, then y'all already know the story. But listen, Memphis, right? Tell me if I'm wrong. When it comes to Dolph rapping, not the beats that he's rapping over, when it comes to rapping, just in the city of Memphis, y'all let me know where Dolph stands at. In the long history that Memphis has had in rappers, we talking 8 Ball and MJG, we're talking Juicy J and the 3-6 Mafia, we're talking Indo G's and Little Blunts, we're talking
I saw the
Project
comments.
Pat, we're talking Zilla, we're talking Yo Gotti. Y'all let me know where Dolph ranks amongst the Memphis rappers that have come out and that are still out here bubbling. Please let me know where he ranks amongst.
If you checked for the album like I did, you would have seen the comments. They're his favorite,
and it is, and that's what it is. Like where somebody might be feeling his last mixtape is not exactly what I'm speaking about. What I'm speaking about is the history of rappers and rappers that come out of Memphis and that are coming out of Memphis. Zillas, Yo Gotti's. Like I said, we could even do Project Pat and 8 Ball, that era back then, the Indo G's and Little. Where does Dolph rank amongst those rappers? Please, and be all the way honest.
I think you'd be surprised to hear their honesty. I think you'd be surprised to hear their honesty
amongst the Memphis rappers.
That's what's up. We'll leave it there. This is up to you. I think all of this other reputation stuff is gonna fall right off his shoulders, just like your boy Gotti, who decides not to answer and not to respond, which I think now is finally time he needs to respond. It's gonna fall off Dolph's shoulders because these people are gonna have to prove it with music. And Dolph once again has come out with something April 1st, last Saturday, that is going to nullify all of these other claims because it's good. It is good.
Moneybagg Yo, I almost forgot about Moneybagg Yo. He's another one up under Gotti's label, of course. Moneybagg Yo is another nice artist out the city. Anybody checking for him? Y'all let me know. Put me on it. Is Moneybagg Yo nice? And where does Dolph rank amongst those MCs?
Answer that down there, girl.
Here's my final thoughts. Like I said, I'm never hating on anybody. Dolph does his thing, he kicks his rap. Obviously, there's truth to a lot of what he speaks of. He's living it. It's there. The proof is in the pudding. You can see it. all the style, I'm more about substance over style.
These guys suck.
Where does he measure when it comes to that? Is all I'm saying. CM9, Yo Gotti, since we plug in albums, we don't get paid a dime from any of them. If we plug in albums, Yo Gotti, CM9, I Remember with DJ Khaled, produced by DJ Khaled. What's happening? When he talks about the day he went in and signed and seen Kanye in the studio and Kanye wanted to work with him and he signed with Jay-Z and Jay-Z came in the office.
So let's talk about that for just a second. Well, not even talk about it. I'll just mention Dolph is completely independent. Yeah, it's gonna sound different because you're talking about somebody who's 100% from the beginning till now, and even in this album Bulletproof is independent, out of his own pocket, his own marketing, his own money, his ideas, his Obama van. Period. What do y'all think? You already know that we beat this, till the horse is dead already. We want to know what you guys think. Answer his question. Where does he rank in Memphis? And who wins this debate? Does him continuously putting out good music make a difference? Make everything else kind of fall off because every time he comes out, that's the only thing you can think about? Or is his music simply not good enough? Is it not good enough? So everything sticks. Anyway, we tell y'all to leave these comments. Guess why we tell them to leave the comments, D?
First of all, because we appreciate you clicking in and showing love in the first place.
Facts. Second of all, because we saying live right here on the air. We doing it now. Loud Pack Mike. Loud Pack Mike says, I ain't saying seek revenge, but if a man shoots 100 rounds into my vehicle, I'd have to at least blow some steam off in the booth. So it makes sense. That's what you're saying. I remember that was from the last debate. We said, should he even do this album? And, Loud Pack Mike says, yeah, that's the way to do it. It's a smart way to go about it. And now that the album is dropped, I think it was a great move. It's going to keep him moving forward exactly in the trajectory his brand needs to go.
Pusha is my preference because he's more relatable and I like his flow, but Royce is no slouch. My sentiments exactly.
That's who top 85.
You hit it on the head. Who top 85. Appreciate the shout out.
That's what's up. You can't say nothing to that, man. These is facts. Jimmy Powell. All he had was a New York niggas, and I know exactly what he's saying. Obviously, I believe this was for the Dolph Gotti joint. And he just he can't stand what you was doing, man. Listen. Y'all New York niggas be crazy, man. I feel them.
Listen.
Don't quote me on that.
I'm from Atlanta, man. You know, I don't really know.
Sean Small, man. Sean Small, listen, I tried to decode what you said. I think you're typing too fast and not enough punctuation. What else we got? Oh, last one. Big L Chauncey. Arsenal is the GOAT. Murder Mook ain't got no views because he's trash. I can't agree with you on that one. I thank you for taking my side of the debate, but I don't think Mook is trash though.
Big L, come on.
Come on now. Anyway, listen, thank you all. Keep leaving those comments. Answer his questions. I'd like to know where you guys think Dolph ranks. The basement.
Appreciate all the shout outs and love out there. Until the next time we out here.
Peace.